What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video with your boy, Irie Futures. Now, today's video, I do have a recap video of today's trade. Just know this trade could have got milked. Y'all could have ate good off of this. And I should have known because we had to fill an hourly gap and I should have held it longer. But nonetheless, getting straight into the video, you guys are going to see all this that I'm explaining in this video. Oh, and real quick, I need to figure out a name to call you guys because, you know, we're based around Irie, we're based around peace and just everything being all right. But I've had someone contact me, my mentee specifically contacted me. She was at a Jamaican restaurant and the name of the spot was Irie Nation. And she thought, dang, maybe you could call your people's Irie Nation, you know, like the nation. But I gotta really think about it, you know, and because everything I do has intention, and I just want to put my creative mind and thought into everything that I do. And Irie Nation is cool, but I feel like I could come up with something better for you guys, you know. And I don't want to take what's already made from somebody else, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna just figure it out. But so now let's get into the video. All right, y'all, getting straight into it. So, as you can see, over the weekend, we ended here on Friday, and then when market opened, we were way down here. So, obviously, coming into the market, you know that we have to fill this in, all this in right here, right? Cool. So, this morning, I woke up, and this is what I see. We are bullish. So I turn my EMAs on. As you can see, we're over the 200, which means, again, like I just stated, we are bullish. Now, I'm going to drop down to my 5-minute, and this is where I'll be looking to take my trades. So, coming to the markets off the 5-minute, I've seen, like some people that I watch on YouTube, I saw that they had this zone placed already because they trade kind of pre-market going into New York. And on this chart, S&P, as you can see, it didn't tap, but on NASDAQ it did, and that's where they took their trade at. But also my mentee, because she's on the East Coast as well, she saw this setup happening and she said, oh, S&P might be setting something up. And moments later, she texts me again, like, never mind, it already took off. But I'm like, it's good. That's exactly what we need. Because this isn't a trade for real, you know? On NAS, it tapped, but we're not trading NASDAQ. We're trading S&P. And so it did not tap. And plus, even if it did tap, my entry is off the candle close. This candle is just too big. All right? It's just way too big. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't have taken that trade anyway. So instead of us taking this trade, I had texted her back and I'm like, no, that move is exactly what we want to happen. Because as you can see, we got this break to the top now. Cool. And then now we have this zone, which is valid. Okay. And as you can see, price came up, came back down, never tapped into this zone, which is fine. It broke to the top. Now we have a new break. Cool, right? We're not sitting here chasing trades or feeling like we missed out because the market is going to do what it's supposed to do. So when I see this break to the top, what is the last down move that caused that break? Be this candle down here. All right. Now, with this one, yeah, so price came up, price eventually then came back down, tapped into the zone perfectly, wicked out of the zone, didn't close in the zone. This right here is just an A+ setup. Mind you, as you can see, I didn't even turn my EMAs on or anything like that on. This is a straight market structure, perfect setup because it came up, we got the break to the top, price came back down, right? Tapped into the zone. When it tapped into the zone, it didn't close in the zone. It came to the zone and instantly reacted to it and gave us a bullish candle, right? So after the tap, I now turn on my EMAs. My EMAs is for my entry. If you was to trade basic market structure, no EMAs, no nothing, you could get in off of this bullish move. But I need more verification, more confirmation, and the EMA is my entry confirmation. So what I then look for is a break and close above or below the EMA. In this case, above, because we are buying. Now, remember that hourly chart I showed you how much we have to fill. Okay, so my entry right here off the close and stop loss below the zone. Now, one thing you could do is stop loss below the candle, or like below the lowest candle that dug into the zone, and then, you feel me? So your stop loss could be right here, right? But there are times where you will get liquidated and you will be liquidity. So I adjusted my stop to below the zone, because for me to lose a trade, I rather lose because of a reversal instead of losing because I was liquidity. All right. So that's the entry. And then we want to go 1-to-1 break even. As you can see, this trade was 0 drawdown. 1-to-1 break even. You would have hit TP 5, 10, 15, and 20 minutes, right? 1-to-1 break even. Target 1-to-2. Still, again, no drawdown. You would have hit 1-to-2 like that. Now, or if you were to even target the hourly highs, right? Okay, bring it up here. 1-to-2.4. Again, 0 drawdown, right? Just straight green. Price ended up coming. So by the way, that was my trade. The 1-to-2 was my trade. I left a little bit to target hourly highs, but it was wicking a little bit, so I just took out. But oh my gosh, if you would have stayed in the trade and just held a runner, that mess went all the way up to what, 1-to-5? Let's just say 1-to-5, right? Yo, you would have ate good. You would have ate good. Me, this would have been a 1K day for me, because I risked $200 a trade. This would have been a 1K day for me. This probably could have been a 10K day for somebody else. Maybe, true, I was finna say $100 day, but honestly, you shouldn't be risking no less than, like, why would you be risking $25, $20? I don't know, this don't make sense. But yeah, you would have ate good today, and that's the trade. That's it right there. Straight to the point, quick, simple. Like I've said in a previous video, I have been back testing S&P and using strictly 1 hour, 5 minute time frames. And yes, that's all I'm gonna say is yes. It was real minimal clapping going on, real minimal, right? I think I back tested for about 2 weeks of data, and what's that, 10 days? It was like 8 and 2, maybe break even day loss, maybe something like that. And so moving forward, all this week, I am challenging myself to make these adjustments, and I will only trade S&P. And on top of that, I have made a Discord free signaling. I feel like this will just help me on my discipline and things like that, because now I feel like I have people depending on me, you know? So it will just help me with my discipline. So I will leave the link to that in the description below to join the free Discord signaling group chat. And it's also to build a community. It's also to, because my mentee as well, she has goals, and I want her to complete these goals. And I also have goals, and why not just accomplish these goals together, move forward together? So that was just my thought process behind it and why I created this Discord. Like I said, I will only be trading S&P. That's that. So obviously you guys are going to see how it goes and things like that. So hopefully it goes well. April's moving a little better, just a little bit. It's a little better. I don't know, it's still a little weird, but we got to do what we got to do, man. We got to adjust. We got to do what we got to do again. I said it again. I said it twice. Yeah, I don't really know like the direction of me chatting right now is going, because I just feel like talking to y'all. I feel like we haven't talked in a minute. My videos have been straight to the point, and I ended there, and that's just been that. But I feel like I need to connect with y'all. You know, you come to this channel, we need to build a bond. Y'all need to get to know me. Full transparency. I'm down on my live account right now. I need about 2 trades. I need about 2 winning trades to be break even, and that's just where I am right now. When I got down on my account, the markets just went to bull. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. It just went to bull, right? So, and I don't mean bullish. I mean bull. You know what I'm saying? So I've been down on my account for a little minute now. I'm not gonna lie. I've been down on my account for a little minute. Like, I don't even know the last time I requested a payout. You know what I'm saying? And then the last update on my funded is I blew the funded. That was months ago though. Blew the funded. But like I told y'all, I was trading. I was on a 4x funded account, but I trade futures now. So it didn't work out. And so yeah, so that's just been where I've been at with trading so far. Now, me during this time, it hasn't altered how I trade at all. Like, you know how people say, oh, don't trade because you feel like you need money, blah, blah. That's still not my mindset. I still don't feel like I need money. I'm still here with the skill set and things like that. Like, it hasn't altered that type. Like, I haven't had that type of mindset shift. But I will say it has altered how I trade in terms of holding runners and things like that. Because when you're down and you feel like I need to get out of this hole, you're more so when it hits TP, I'm gonna just take it out. You feel me? I need to secure something. That's how it feels. Instead of, okay, boom, break even, let the rest run. Let me close my MacBook. Right? You try to avoid the break even days. You feel what I'm saying? You try to just take what you could get. You know, I've had some 60, 70, $100, 25 days. You know, whole time I could have made 300, 400 for the day. You know, if I'd have just did that one simple move, closing the MacBook, right? Just getting off the charts, right? But it's all good. I mean, you live and you learn. And so me being here, I'm telling you so you can avoid certain steps. If that's a part of your rules, is break even here and let the rest run, then do that. You feel me? If you feel yourself about to get emotional, close the Mac, right? Do that. Trust me. You know, because once you break even, once you take partials and break even, why not let it run? You know, and trading has also like changed your perspective on money, because it's like, because you make money or you could be up so quick, you feel like you need more in a sense. Like when it comes to your 9 to 5 and you making $100 to $200 a day, compared to you being up $100 to $200 on a trade, when it comes to the trade, you look at it like, you need a little more, right? Because you don't feel like, this is just for me speaking, like I don't feel like I worked hard to be up that much. So I feel like I could get some more, you know, or it happened so quick. It's like, oh, I could get some more. Whole time, that $100 to $200 is cool. That's still, you know, more than what you, or it's either the same or it's more than what you was making, right, at your job. So that's one thing I have to remember, is to appreciate those days. Appreciate the days when I take partials and price comes back down to entry and stops me out at break even. Appreciate those days, because that $100 is still $100. At one point in time, I had to work 8 hours to make that $100. Now I could do it in 10 minutes, but you know, it's still $100. Still, yeah. But don't let that stop you from, again, $100, cool, but don't stay in that box. You feel me? Don't stay in that box. And one thing I'll never forget from Q Banks is, he said people always, you know, they always try to tell you don't be greedy, you know? Yeah, don't be greedy. But then he said you need to have some amount of greed to know like when to take stuff to the next level, you know? Like if I'm here only risking $100, strictly 1 to 2s, yeah, those are smacking. But I need some type of greed for me to be able to risk $100. It hits 1 to 2, and I'm like, let's see if it could go more. Let's see if it could go higher. You know, that's some type of greed I need to have to see. Oh, okay, boom, we hit a 1 to 4 today, 1 to 3. You know, or all right, this trade hitting, this strategy hitting so much. Let me up my risk from $50. Let's risk 100. Let's just see. And that's another thing. If you up your risk, keep your risk there, because there's plenty of people that I know, even me myself, in my past, where I'd risk a certain amount, I'll be bussing, right? And then I up the risk. I lose that trade, takes a toll on your psychology, you go back to lowering your risk back down. Don't do that. You will stay in a hole if you do that. You will stay there. So if you decide to up your risk, up it. If you lose, you lose. It is what it is. Keep it there and run it up, right? If you feel like, oh no, I'm gonna lower it, I don't want to blow my account, you should have never upped it, honestly. So again, if you're gonna up your risk and keep it there. Don't up it, lower it, up it again. Don't tie in your risk based on how confident you are within the trade. Because then again, your A plus setup could still lose, right? So again, do not tie in your risk based on how confident you are on that trade. That's all I got for y'all today, man. Again, if you want to join the Discord, it is free. You know, humans love free stuff. It is free. You know what I'm saying? It's free. Let's make some money together. You know, I'm here to help. You guys are helping me as well. Yeah, with that being said, don't forget to keep everything Irie, and I'll catch you on the next video.